Like, so very good morning to everybody over here. And this today's demo is all about the ITOM, like how it has been very important to understand what we have in the ITOM basically, and how exactly we are acknowledging the ITOM in the holistic way. Okay, so today's demo, I'm going to showcase you each and everything about what we are going to walk through in our upcoming classes. Okay, and what all things we have been understanding about the item part. Okay, so what I believe, I don't directly believe that we need to walk through of any sort of PPT. It has been always a very good to understand like how we have been teaching like a very layman way. It has been like, so it will be very understandable weight of whatever we have in the item. Okay, so item itself is like it's contain a lot of things inside that. It is not something that like we have one small module that we have been completing it out, but item is specifically known as IT operations. Okay, so like before we jump into it, I just want to know like from you people how exactly how you guys been have experience in aware of service now first of all. So do you guys have any prior experience of understanding service now, or like, how exactly it will be? Can anyone want to come up?
Yeah, so I'm Shashank.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yeah,
I have
you're right.
cleared my CSA and CAD certification to have
Mhm.
bit practical knowledge on them. And I worked in Creator Studio regularly. I have built some two mini projects such as electrical bill processing and campus dining equipment office. And that's it.
Okay, okay. So, just want to know, like, anybody is having any sort of experience in any understanding of ITOM, like anyone over here?
Hi, Parth. Myself Sai. So I just done some POC on this discovery, like atom related discovery, like mid-server installations and mid-server uh, issues fixing, quick discovery, scheduling discovery. Yeah, I have some part of experience in atom discovery.
I think Sai, you're saying something. Like we could not able to hear you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, so I have a little bit experience on item at discovery, so mid-server installations and mid-server issue
Okay,
fixing and yeah, discovery, quick discovery, scheduled discovery. Those experience I have.
sounds good. Anyone else? Okay, no worries, guys. So here, like we are going to understand this thing, how exactly we are being going to start something about the item development activity. Okay, so development, like before we directly jump toward any specific conclusion, we need to understand how exactly item that has been segregated in service now first of all. So when I'm talking to you guys about the item, so it is very important to understand this item has been divided into three major ways. Okay, so if I talk about one way, that is known as, here I'm just explaining you in very layman way, so it will be very easy for you. Whenever you will go in terms of item, so you will have a very good understanding how item has been segregated. Okay, and what exactly we are gonna cover in this particular training, and what, see, whatever thing we are gonna do, each and everything will be very hands-on session. Okay, it is not something like we are just trying to like mug up those particular thing and That's it. No, each and everything, because ITOM, it's all about hands-on. Like until unless you have not worked on the practical part, so you won't understand anything in that case. Okay. So when I'm talking to you about the ITOM, is been divided into three major segments. The first segment that is known as ITOM visibility. What I'm talking about ITOM, we are talking about the ITOM visibility. And after that, the second thing that is known as, it has been divided into the second part that is known as ITOM health. And the third thing it has been divided into that is known as ITOM operations or optimization. Okay. So whenever we are talking about the item segment, so item segment is being divided into three major way. The one thing that is known as item visibility. So item visibility itself divided into two major segment. Okay, so we will understand this particular thing. But here we need to very clear with our mindset here what exactly how this particular three division of item, it is been very individually having the very good scope. Okay, so if I talk to you about the guys anything about the item visibility, anyone have any experience regarding, anyone have heard this particular name, what we are talking about the item visibility? Anyone of you guys? See, it has been very easy. Like if we have an interactive session, it is not something like I'm just only talking to you people. Okay, no worries, no experience, that is also fine. Okay, no worries. See, whenever we are talking about the item visibility, guys, visibility itself give us the name, like whatever thing that is present in my infrastructure, I want to see that thing in our service now. So that itself give us a something that is known as a visibility we are talking about. Okay, so item, why basically we are walking through toward the item. Okay, so why we are choosing the item, first of all we need to understand that thing as well. Okay, so here whenever we are walking through, whenever we are understanding through item is basically we are talking about the infrastructure, whatever thing that is present in my infrastructure, we want to look into those all the things, and we want to bring that particular thing into the service now segment. Suppose if I tell you about something, we have almost a 200 laptops. Okay, we have almost like these are the IP ranges, these are the things that has been presented in my organization. But how can we bring that particular thing into the service now? See, we need to understand how many servers are active, how many laptops are up and running, correct? We need to put the inventory as well, correct? So how can we see all those particular things, guys? That is all come from the item visibility. So item visibility give a very good segment that give us an understanding how item visibility is been working. So if I talk to you about the item visibility, so we need to understand one particular thing, that is how item visibility is been divided. So we need to understand item visibility is divided into two major way. The one thing that is known as discovery. Okay, the one thing that is known as discovery, and the other thing that is known as service mapping. What it is known as? It is known as service mapping. So guys, here we are being very clear with the thought, like now if whenever we are walking through toward the item visibility, so item visibility we are going to walk through two major segments. One is known as discovery and one is known as service mapping. Okay, so it is when we are, see, this discovery itself a very big module. We need to understand this particular thing. ITOM has been very, very vast. It is not something we just told about the ITOM. We are aware of ITOM. No. It is ITOM itself contain, as I'm explaining you in very, very detail, like how exactly the ITOM has been segregated. Okay. So if we are walking toward the one particular domain that is known as a visibility, so we need to walk through one of the thing that is known as discovery and the service mapping. Okay, so these two things has been very, very important that we are been understanding about the discovery and service mapping about it. So this two itself give us very, very detailed, like, guys, please don't do any kind of marking from your side, please, I request. Okay, so whenever we are walking toward the discovery, so discovery itself contain a lot of things in that. We need to understand how exactly the discovery make a process, how we can walk through into it. Okay, if I talk about the service mapping, so in service mapping itself, it's a process, it's itself a big module. So I'll gonna give you the explanation about the certification as well, how exactly in ITOM, how exactly there are different sort of certifications we have present, what are things we have inside that. Okay, so here we are talking about the ITOM visibility. In ITOM visibility, we have one thing that is known as the discovery and the service mapping. Now if I talk to you about something about the ITOM health, so guys, anyone have heard, what do you think, guys, like if we are talking about the ITOM health, anything that is come up in your mind, something that is belongs to ITOM health, anything, guys, you're free to speak
Yeah,
up.
hello guys. Please interact because you're all looking to upgrade for ITOM. So that helps if you interact with the trainer. He can give you more insights and he can clear more doubts. Please try to interact. I think so. Most of them are already experienced in service now. So that's really we can so conduct very good session for you. So just try to speak something if you have
Okay,
any
I
questions.
just
Okay.
got one answer that is known as like ITOM health. Health means the device health. Okay, this is something good. Okay, anything else, guys? Okay, it's okay. So if we are talking about the guys ITOM health, it has been very, very important. Like I think most of the people have heard about the something like we have seen about the different monitoring tool. Anyone has heard about the monitoring tool before? Any experience have you heard about this name or kind of solar wind, or like there are a lot of monitoring tool. Okay, Owen. Okay, so guys, what happened? Like, it has been very, very important. Like, you will not gonna sit on 24/7 to monitor any specific thing, any server. Suppose your server is been not working, your server is getting a lot of load, your server is been not absolutely working fine. So how can we see that thing? It is not possible for a general human to sit 24/7 to monitor any specific thing. That is our infrastructure. So for that particular purpose, for that particular reason, we are using what? We are specifically using ITOM health module. Yes, we have the mid server. Mid server, it's a middleware. Okay, we'll come to that particular thing as well. So we cannot say mid server is a kind of monitoring tool. It's a middleware. We'll come walk through. I will gonna walk through that particular thing as well. Okay. So if I'm talk to you about the ITOM health, so guys, in ITOM health, that has been segregated in majorly, it has been divided into two major segments. One is known as one is known as event management. So here, if I talk to you about something here that is known as event management. Okay. So here, if I talk to you about the ITOM health, so guys, there is one particular model that has been come up into that particular thing that is known as the event management. Okay, so in ITOM, we are been walking through the ITOM health. So in ITOM health, we are talking about the event management activity. So event management, if something has been coming into the picture and how exactly things are being monitored, so we are understanding that thing as well. Okay, now if I talk to you about something over here that is known as, very simple, the one more thing that is known as a operational intelligence. Guys, here now everybody is walking toward the AI, Gen AI. Okay, so here in ServiceNow also we have something that is known as the operational intelligence that has been walking toward the ITOM health. So here we have something that is known as a dashboards. Okay, so which is giving us the real time data, which is giving us the how exactly my servers has been consuming, how much health, how much memory has been used, how much it has been interacting, how much time it has been utilizing, how much RAM. So in the operation intelligence, we are able to see all those particular things as well in that particular area. Okay, so here I'm talking to you about that is known as operational intelligence. Operational intelligence. Okay. Okay. Here I'm talking about the management. Okay. So here I'm specifically talking to you about the operation intelligence as well. Okay. So guys, here when we are talking about here, just now I discussed with you about the in if we're talking about the item part. So right now we have discussed about the visibility. What all things, what two models that has been come under the item visibility. One of them is known as a discovery, and one of them is known as the service mapping. Now, if we talking about the item health, so in item health, what we are discussing about, we are specifically discussing about the event management. In event management, we have something known as event management, and we are talking about the IT operation intelligence. Okay, these things that has been we are talking about the in talking about in the item health segment. Okay, now if I am talking to you about the item optimization, any idea, guys? Like, do you guys have any experience? Like, have you heard this particular thing? Because there are multiple ways that we have been configuring our infrastructure. Suppose there are a lot of organizations, they are using multiple clouds, right? So in terms of cloud, guys, did you guys have heard about there are multiple clouds we have? One of the cloud that is known as Azure, one of the cloud that is known as GCP, one of the cloud that is known as AWS, right? Have you heard this particular things, guys? I believe like everybody's been aware of like there are different sort of clouds are there in service in our industries. One of the cloud that is known as AWS, right? Yes. So, so guys, what happened? Like, well, there are a lot of organizations. They have their infrastructures on the different clouds. Suppose if I give you one particular example, if one of the organization they have all their servers are up and running on AWS. Okay, there is one more organization. They have some of the servers that is up and running on the GCP. GCP is known as a Google Cloud. Okay, and there is some other organization, they have their thing running on the Azure side. So everybody is been using their on their perspective, they are using a different cloud. So it is very important to understand this thing over here, like how we can see that thing, how we can optimize this particular thing. So we have one particular thing that is known as ITOM optimization. So in ITOM optimization, we are maintaining the cloud management. So that is known as, if I talk to you about this, something that is known as here, that is known as the cloud management. We are talking about here specifically about the cloud management. Okay. So guys, here there is one particular module. This is known as very common terms that has been we are talking about. This is known as cloud provisioning and governance. Cloud provisioning and governance. Generally, what happened if the companies are using a hybrid cloud? Some of the thing they are using from the AWS, some of the thing they are using from the GCP. How we will gonna maintain that particular thing? So we have one particular platform in the ServiceNow itself. There we are maintaining all the cloud at one place, all the things at one place. If we have different servers, we have different things that has been coming into the cloud. So we are maintaining all of those things in our ServiceNow. Okay. Suppose we have one of the cloud that is known as AWS. Okay, so we have some of the server was working on the AWS. So I want this particular server should be visible to me on my ServiceNow instance. So we will do that thing as well. Okay, so we will gonna use, we have one particular platform that is known as a cloud management. At that particular place, we gonna use all the AWS servers. Whatever thing that is present in the AWS, we're gonna see everything in ServiceNow as well. So this is why we are doing a discovery as well, guys. Okay. So did you guys understand what we have seen here in all three? One of them is known as ITOM visibility, one of them is known as ITOM health, one of them is known as ITOM optimization. Did you guys have some any specific idea what we're talking about here? Right? Guys, say at least something like so it will be easy for me to understand. Like you guys are understanding, you guys are walking with me.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So this is one of the thing, guys. And now I'm going to walk through, guys. This is just I given you the like holistic view of like how exactly the we have in ITOM. Now I'm going to walk through one particular thing that is known as here. What are the prerequisites, guys? Like suppose now the people will gonna come. Sometime people have been come up to me and asking me, "Par, we are not aware of the coding. We are not aware of any specific thing. We don't have any prior experience of networking. We don't have any experience." So, guys, this see, frankly, I'm telling you, if you are walking into the ITOM, seriously, you don't require a lot of coding. Okay, so you should have a very good at least interactive skill that you need to just focus on this particular classes, you will be good. So frankly, I'm telling you, if you complete this whole classes what we are going to walk through this particular thing, you will be very good at your ITOM segment. In ITOM also, we are specifically walking through where and what exactly we are learning in this particular ITOM training. I'm gonna walk through that particular place as well. Okay. So now here, what are the prerequisites, guys, over here? So whenever we are walking toward the ITOM, so somebody has given me some name that is known as mid server. Someone has been written in the chat. So anyone has any experience regarding the mid server? I think everyone has heard. Like if you guys are belongs to ServiceNow, if anyone has been like already part of ServiceNow, so you have somewhere somehow you have heard about the name that is known as mid server. Anyone has heard this thing?
Yes, Bob.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't have any information about which server.
Okay. You don't have any mid server. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, no worries. So guys, here I'm going to tell you guys, like whenever we are walking toward the ITOM, guys, mid server is very very basic. We without mid server we are not going to do anything in the mid in terms of ITOM domain. Okay, so guys, so it has been very very important. See, some of the people have very good experience in terms of handling mid servers, and some of the people they don't even have seen the mid servers. Okay, so don't worry about that. Here, when we are walking toward the mid server, I'm going to explain you about how we can install the mid server as well, because we all have our own mid server, because I want everybody of you people should have a hands-on experience of installing mid server, because this is very very important. Suppose if we are doing any integration, if we are doing any item, we are working toward the item module. So without mid server, we cannot do that. So here I'm just putting a very big way, mid server. So this has been very very important thing, guys. So whenever I'm asking you about the mid server. So now you will think, but what do you think about what is mid server? I'm not even sure about what is mid server. Guys, mid server is a small Java machine that we are putting it on the client environment to make a secure communication channel with ServiceNow and the client place or the client organization or the client infrastructure. Because see, I'll give you one particular thing as well. Here, this is my client environment. They will never tell anyone to come directly and interact with my servers. Are they allowed, guys? Is it allowed? I don't think so. It has been allowed like that, right? So it has been very very simple that we are using a mid server. Suppose this is my service now. Okay, this is my service now, and here my mid server has been sitting. So mid server and service now, it what exactly it has been making? It is making a breach. It is making a breach between service now and my client environment. So mid server is been act here as a broker. We can say here mid server is a broker for us. So which has been helping us out to interact between service now and our client organization or the client environment. Okay, so here in this particular training we will gonna see each and everything about the mid server, how we can install the mid server, how we can get the data from mid servers. We have some of the place thing as well. We are getting a lot of troubleshooting in the mid servers. Sometime what happened, like we have installed the mid server, but we should know how we can make something productive from mid server as well, right? If we are facing any kind of difficulties in the mid servers, how can we interact that thing? How can we work on this particular mid server activity as well? Okay, so we have different scenarios on which we are being stuck with the mid server activity, how we can resolve those particular errors as well. So it has been very very important to understand how to resolve the mid server issues. Okay, so in our pipeline, in our thing, I'm going to talk to you guys about the mid server activity as well. I'm going to talk to you about the mid server like implementation process as well. So those things, each and everything will be come up in our picture. Okay, now, the second thing, now we have been understood about the mid server activity. We are going to now it is now we need to understand, we need to where we need to install the mid server. Mid server should be installed on the client environment only, right? So where we can do the discovery. So guys, here we are going to do this thing as a live environment as well, live setup as well. So I want everybody should able to install the mid server on their own machine. So we will gonna do the practical activity as well. Okay, when we will just walk through the mid server, I'll gonna explain you how we can do that thing, each and everything in very detail. Okay, so now I want to talk to you about the second thing that is known as one more thing that we are going to walk through, that is known as a CMDB. Anyone has heard this name, guys? CMDB.
Yes.
Yes, but
Yes, yes.
So there are, I can heard a lot of people are saying about the CMDB. Very good. So guys, CMDB is, it's, we can say, see, we all have our phone, right? So it is having a memory, or it is having a space where all our photos have been getting collected somewhere, right? So guys, just understand one particular thing. We have something that is known as CMDB, where we are collecting all the things that is we are gathering from the discovery, we are gathering from the service mapping, we are gathering from something that is from the cloud environment. Okay, so CMDB is a kind of, we can say, a kind of storage for what? ServiceNow, where we are storing all our devices, all our CIs. CI is known as a configuration items. Okay, so CMDB plays a very, very important role when we are seeing about how exactly this has been helpful. Okay, so anyone have heard name? Can you just give me the full form of CMDB?
Configuration management database.
Right. It's a kind of configuration management database where we are storing all our CIs, all our interactive things, all our servers, each and every detail we are being storing at this particular place, right? So CMDB itself contain a lot of potential. See, if I talk to you about specifically, if here this is known as the uh, there are multiple things we have. We are going to walk through in the CMDB as well. We are going to create a new classes. We are going to walk through the IRE rule, how we can design new IRE rule. Because guys, IRE rule is been one of the most important segment when we are walking towards the CMDB. Okay, so there are multiple things we are going to walk through the CMDB segment. One of the thing that is known as the precedent rule. Like I'm totally understanding like what I'm trying to say. This particular name you have not heard, but don't worry about this particular thing. The people have some of the people have heard this particular name very often, but some of the people are totally new. I totally agree with you guys. Don't worry, but I like the people who have been totally mature in CMDB experience. They are also being get a lot of interest because here we are going to walk through a lot of small things in that as well, because generally what happens in CMDB, we are been missing out a very small functionality that is known as the precedent rule, how we can apply the reconciliation rule if we have a multi-sourcing, so how we can apply that particular thing. So it has been very often used, and how we can apply a data mapping as well. Okay, independent, like we have multiple things that we can walk through in that particular CMDB segment. Okay, so if we are getting a data from the multiple sources, how we can interact that particular thing, how we want that particular data should not get override. So we will gonna walk through each and everything as well. Suppose I'm just giving you one particular example just for the understanding for as a okay. Suppose right now we have understood something that is known as discovery. I'm just saying like okay, so here some of the data we have captured. Suppose one of the, again I'm just talking about something that is known as here, that is known as server one. Okay, this is one of the server one. Okay, I have received that particular server, I have designed that particular server. Okay, and it has been captured in my service now CMDB. Okay, so now what happened, like I have one more source through which I'm been discovering, I'm able to get this particular server, like that is known as Intune. Have you heard about the name Intune? Anyone? Okay. Any, like if you have heard, if you have not heard this particular name Intune, if we have something that is known as there, this is what this is known as a different data sources. Okay, so something, one of the data source I'm talking about the service now. Okay, that is service now, or we are talking about the discovery. Okay, so we receive this particular server. Now we receive the same server from the Intune as well. So what happened, like sometime what happened, the Intune has find some more detail. So what we're gonna do, we will go into this particular server and gonna update everything on it. Okay, so it has been very important to understand, like we don't want the old information should get updated on this particular server. We want everything should be come up as a latest one. So we are getting all the latest information from the discovery. We don't want the engine should get updated. So we can apply the rule over in the CMDB as well. So it should not override my data. So this all things we are going to walk through, we are going to learn in this CMDB. You are understanding my point, what I'm trying to say, you guys? I hope I am audible to your people, right?
Is this also acting like a bridge?
Yeah, someone is saying something. See, like guys, I'll tell you one thing. Don't get like lot of over stress. Like we have lot of things in the bucket. Definitely we have, because we are learning a totally new model. So we will have a multiple thing that we are going to walk through in this particular sessions. Okay. So I'm just right now, I'm just giving you a heads up of this particular thing. We are going to walk through one thing that is known as the mid servers. We are going to walk through about the CMDB as well. Okay. And we are going to walk through a different item modules as well. Okay. So if someone is just saying something, if you guys have question, please come up. So it will be easy for me to explain you about that. If you guys have any kind of queries on that part, so it will be easy for me to answer, and like whatever the confusion you will having. So it will be easy for me to interact as well with you people. Okay. So like I'm just talking to you about the mid servers. I'm talking about the CMDB, so, CMDB activity as well. So when we are going to here, we have seen like there are multiple modules, guys. Here we are not going to like walk through each and everything, because some of the thing like so event management, that is all that is known as a live environment. So that is sometime when we are walking toward the discovery service mapping, it is being easy to display you guys each and everything in very detail. So when we are going to walk through the mid servers, after the mid server we are going to learn about how exactly we will walk through the discovery, how discovery work for us. So in discovery also we have multiple things, how the behavior work. If we are looking up for the, if you're looking up for the Windows, if you're looking up for the Linux, if you're looking up for the any specific servers, how we can get that particular thing, how we can do a cloud discovery in this particular segment. So in discovery, we will gonna walk through multiple things. Okay, this is the one of the thing. If I talk about the service mapping, so service mapping is what we will gonna see, like what is the major difference between discovery and service mapping. We will gonna see each and everything in that discovery and service mapping. Why the discovery and service mapping come into the picture, how exactly we can segregate this particular thing. So guys, this is all the major thing that we are going to walk through. But after this, I'm going to walk through one more major thing that is known as the general question that is being asked in the interviews as well. Okay, so suppose if we are learning about each and everything about the discovery, we are learning about each and everything about the discovery. In this particular discovery, we are going to walk through about the one thing that is known as what are the general question that has been asked in our interviews. Generally what happened, like we have understood the process of discovery, but it has been very important to understand how we can troubleshoot the discovery as well, because we are getting a multiple errors. So it has been very important to understand how we can figure out this particular errors. See, like now once you have understood the process bin, but you are not aware of like how to troubleshoot the error. See, this will become very tragic for you. Like whenever you will get an error in front of you. Yes, I'm going to explain you about the service mapping as well. So it's like, because service mapping is something like we are been specifically walking. See, now before directly coming to the service mapping, it has been very important to understand what we are exactly discovering in the discovery segment. Okay, so whenever we are walking, whenever I'm talking to you about the discovery, No, 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 no. I'll explain you guys. I'll take up your all of your questions and I'll explain you those things as well. So, guys, here it has been very important to understand discovery and service mapping. Okay. So, discovery is something we are trying to whatever thing. Suppose I'll just give you one particular example, very layman example. You have your home. Okay. In your home, you have TV, you have your four laptops, you have mobile phones, you have ample number of things you have. Okay, and that is all been connected with one of your routers or something like that. Okay, it is in the cool close environment. So whatever things you have in your home, and what we are doing, we are trying to do the discovery of your home. So what we're gonna do in that particular case, we will gonna discover all of those particular things. Like we have discovered like four laptops, we have discovered TV, we have discovered mobile phones. So we will gonna discover each and every individual appliance in the discovery. Okay, but in service mapping, what we are doing, we are specifically focused on the application based service mapping. Application, if suppose on the four laptops, suppose that is known as one of the server that is up and running. But on that particular server, we have one particular on that particular servers, we have something that is known as like the some website has been up and running on that particular server. So how exactly that is having the hierarchy, what all things that has been coming in that particular hierarchy, we will gonna see that particular thing. Okay, it has been connected with my database, it has been connected with my MySQL servers, it has been connected with my load balancer. We will gonna see those particular things in the service mapping. Okay, yeah, like let me just take some more questions what you guys have been asking to me. Okay, is that CMDB and the mid-server are same, acting like a breach? No, guys. So understand this thing, like it is not acting always like a breach. Mid-server is always a breach. Okay, CMDB is totally different. CMDB is something that is we are whatever thing that is we have collected, we are storing everything into the CMDB. Okay, it's a kind of database we are maintaining all whatever thing we have discovered, we are storing everything into the CMDB like that. Discovery is not acting like a store. It is a kind of module which we are trying to discover thing which has been present in my infrastructure site. Okay. Okay. So guys, in our this particular training, we are going to walk through of like let me just give you a very high level thing, whatever things we have been going to walk through and how exactly the step by step process. Okay. The first thing that we are going to walk through, that is known as very important thing, that is known as the mid server. Okay. After that, we are going to walk through that is specifically known as discovery. Then after that, we are going to walk through that is known as CMDB. So guys, mid servers, each and everything we're gonna do each and everything we're gonna do in very specifically about the practical side. It is not something, it's a theoretical class and we're just gonna complete all this particular thing. Each and everything we're gonna do the practical and how exactly we're gonna set up the environment, that will be always it's very, very good. It will be very interactive classes as well. Okay, we have talked about the mid server, we have talked about the discovery, we talked about the CMDB, and we are going to walk through about the service mapping. And we are going to walk about the cloud optimization. I'm sorry, like it has been shown like this because I think I have override. Okay, so here we are going to walk through the mid server. We are walking through. So guys, this is all very, very, like it is not something very small or something. It is in very depth. We are going to learn all of those things in very detail. Okay. So guys, if you have any sort of questions, if you have any sort of things, so let me know. It will be easy for me to answer you guys. Like if you guys have any sort of questions in your head.
Yeah, hi. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, sure. So go ahead.
Yeah, actually, my three, four questions are there. So,
Mhm.
what is the prerequisite for this course? Actually, I belongs to the testing background in Servicenow only. So, I have
Mhm.
around 8 years of experience in testing only. So, what is the prerequisite to start this course? Actually, I don't have any knowledge on the scripting side on the other sides also.
Okay. Very interesting. So, April, like as I have just told you in this particular session itself, like you don't require any sort of scripting knowledge. Frankly, I'm telling you. Suppose you just need to see all these particular classes. Okay, what you need to walk through with me. Okay, you need to
Mhm.
do the each and every day session, whatever the session we have been walking through. Okay, and
Okay.
you need to do each and everything into the hands-on session. Okay, it is not something like you have just saw my classes, that is not done. So you need to do the each and everything in the practical fight side. That's it.
Mhm.
You don't require We don't even require any sort of coding side from your side as well. If you don't have any coding experience, that is totally fine. No worries in that
Okay.
case.
Yeah, fine. And is there in cloud required in depth actually? And if it's required,
Yes,
then
yes,
we are going to deal with that also?
yes. So guys, like whenever we are gonna do the setup, so we are gonna use one particular cloud that is known as AWS cloud. Okay, so we will gonna walk through almost like on the AWS cloud. We are going to walk through like the real time scenario we're going to design for ourselves, so it will be easy for us to for the like how exactly the environment has been set up for the client as well. So that's the reason we are even using the AWS cloud. So AWS give us almost 750 hours as a free. Okay, no need of doing any kind of charges over there. Okay, it is totally free that you can design your own account on the AWS. We can walk through some of the instance. I'll gonna help you out guys how to design the AWS account as well if you guys are facing any kind of issues in that case. Okay, so don't worry about that case, that
Okay.
thing. Okay.
And any projects, hands-on
Yes.
practice or anything like
Yes.
that?
So we like whatever thing we are gonna see. Like suppose I'll first of all I'm gonna complete this particular. Suppose we have discovered the mid server thing we have completed. Then we have completed this discovery. We have completed the CMDB. After this particular module we're gonna complete one particular project. Like how I'm gonna give you like at least I'm gonna give you the real time scenario that is a kind of 5 to 7 scenarios, and you have to complete all of those things by yourself. Okay, and all those particular scenarios we gonna walk through. It's a kind of, see, project is a different thing, scenario is a different thing, guys. Understand this particular thing, because
Yeah.
project is something like I'm gonna give you a quick heads up how many things, how exactly things have been set up. But scenario will give you more a realistic idea how exactly things has been happening in the organizations. Okay, so it will be
Okay.
like almost like we have 5 to 6 scenarios in which we are going to walk through how how many difficulties you are facing, because it's a real time thing. Okay, you need to
Okay.
troubleshoot those thing activity as well. That is the main case.
Yeah. Mm. And last one question.
Mhm.
And one of my friend is working in with ITOM actually. He told me
Okay,
that without actually architecture, environment and all those, it's impossible to learn the ITOM. So how are going to done with
exactly. That
that
is what
means?
I'm talking to you. Like we are
Mm-hmm.
going to use AWS environment, AWS as a
Mm-hmm.
client environment. We are using AWS
Okay.
cloud as a client environment. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
So that is
And
what
one.
we
Mhm.
each and everything should be. We are doing real time experience. We are not something we are gonna use only theoretical sessions. Yeah.
Okay. And after this class, how many years of experience we can confident about? That means we are putting on it on resume or something like that.
See, like once you have until see once we have completed all this particular thing, we are good to walk through like 4 plus year like 3 to 4 plus year experience in this particular service now. Because ITOM is a very niche thing. Okay, you cannot say you will have a 5 year experience, then 5 years they will gonna ask you that kind of scenarios questions. If you will go through 3 to 4, that is also fine, I believe so.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Sorry.
As a fresher, I learned ITSM only.
Mhm.
Uh, in this scenario, can I learn fully as a CMDB?
Yes. In this particular class, we will gonna learn very deep down into the CMDB. That's the reason, guys. Like CMDB, we are going to walk through each and everything about the CMDB. So that is what I have put it over here. Like we're gonna walk through each and everything very detailed about the mid server. If mid server has been getting down, how we can make that mid server up. There are a lot of troubleshooting activity on the mid server. Similarly goes for discovery. Similarly that goes for CMDB as well. CMDB, we have a lot of sessions that we need to walk through. We need to design new IRE rule that we're gonna do that thing. After that, we're gonna walk through the service mapping. Service mapping is very, very important. I'm going to explain you about what exactly the difference we have in the service mapping. After that, we're going to walk through the cloud optimization. If we have a multiple cloud, that has been known as orchestration has been covered here, something that is known as a like a orchestration we are using here, just something that is known as a schedule wise. Okay, orchestration, what do you mean by the orchestration? First of all, orchestration is something like we want the thing should be work automatically. We don't no need to come daily and we need to walk through it. So this has been a part of ServiceNow itself. Sorry, ITOM itself. Okay. And what will be the timing of this particular class? I just want to walk through that particular thing as well. It will be right now we have been putting the timing class of this timing as a 8:30 to 9:30. Okay, and it will be like we will gonna give 8:30 till 9:20 9:25. It will be all session class, and we will have a next 10 to 15 minutes 10 to 15 minutes for the any kind of doubts you have in that in the classes. And how many classes it will be? It will be like almost like we're gonna walk through in like almost in 2 months we're gonna complete our all our classes like that. So including the holidays I'm talking about. And the classes will be from Monday to Friday.
Yes, can we know about the amount that we should pay to training?
Yeah, like you can like
Yeah,
I think
I will
you can discuss with
will
them.
discuss. You can call your admin the payment details. So the admin will tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, this.
Okay, hey Machindu, you can call me.
Yes, sir.
You can call
Yes, sir.
like Madhu. Okay, so our admin he
Yes, sir.
can take care.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay, any technical doubts you can check with our trainer. He can help you.
yes. Yes.
Guys, in this particular training, we are not going to walk. I'm not going to walk through it, the designer segment. Yeah. If somebody is asking something, sorry, I missed.
Yeah, hi, Parth.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
hi. Yeah.
So can you reschedule the timing maybe? Is it possible? Maybe can
Uh,
you,
like what exactly the timing you have been looking up for?
yeah, more
Just
than 10 a.m. After 10 a.m. is it possible?
10 a.m. No, 10 a.m. has been very tough. Like because like there are a lot of people who are here as a they have been going to office, so that's the reason. That's the reason I. If you guys want, like I can make it early, little early, but if we can make it little, so then it will be a little bit issue for all the people.
Yeah, I have asking because it was conflicting me with my stand up call. Yeah.
Okay. 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 So we can be like guys, if everybody is been comfortable for 7:30 as well, I'm okay to take the 7:30. 7:30 to 8:30. If everybody is okay, I'm okay to take the 7:30 to 8:30 classes as well. See, we have like I'm having the two slotted. Like if you guys are been okay with 7:30 to 8:30 or 8:30 to 9:30. We if you guys are okay to take any of this particular slot, we are been I'm ready to take it. Take it up. If everybody is okay, like you can guys can give a shout out to like your admin as well. So like the Madhu, okay. So if everybody's get good with this particular any specific time, we'll stick with that particular timing and we'll go it. No worries in that case. Okay. Any more questions? Anything?
Hello, excuse me. I have joined just now. I joined that actually. So regarding that, this ITOM,
Mm-hmm.
what is? I mean, what are the orchestration? Those things are also covering, right?
Orchestration thing is basically we are whatever the schedule we are going to design for the CMDB, that specifically we are going to cover orchestration part. Okay.
Okay. Mhm. Discovery, service mapping, cloud management. These are the.
Yeah. See, I just put it in the screen. My screen is visible to you, I think. So mid
Yeah,
server,
yeah.
CMDB, cloud optimization, and the service mapping. These are the major thing that we're gonna walk through each and everything in very detail.
No. Event management and alert management also. Those are part of right.
Event management, event management, it has been very difficult for me to showcase you people as a real-time activity, because event management we required something that is known as a real-time event should be come up. So for that I can just give you a walk through that particular event management. For practical, that is not possible from my side. Like even like that is not even like I cannot give you any kind of training for that particular thing, event management. I can just give you a walkthrough how exactly the event management has been come up. If you guys are agree to that particular thing, I'm gonna give you a heads up to that particular thing.
Even alert management, alert rules and all.
Sorry, what?
Alert management, alert
What?
alert rules, right?
Electrode? I didn't thought anything about the electrode. What is that?
Yeah,
We,
no, I will type you.
we have visibility, we have health, and we have optimization. What are you talking about?
Alert management. ALERT.
He's
No,
talking
yes,
about the alert management.
alert,
Alert
the event
management.
alerts path. He was talking about alert management. So,
Alert management. Yeah.
no, events is part of alert. Okay, events have been trigger the alerts. Okay,
Yeah,
part
yeah.
you can.
That is also very crucial. So,
Yeah, path. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I'm audible to you people.
Yes, yes, Parth,
Yes.
you are audible.
Yeah, yeah.